One of the key steps for 4D animation is breaking the model into smaller set so that eventually we can link our model set with the schedule. This model we just brought in from IFC file or indirectly from the Revit. This is how it looks like. And if you look at on the left side of the panel, the selection tree, if you do not have the selection tree, just click this button right over here. And if we expand this tree, and you can set this to standard and click IFC building, it looks like there are some different layers or levels in the tree. But now let's first break the model into smaller sets. Obviously, there are some architectural elements I don't want to include in my schedule. For this exercise, I just want to focus on the structural part. So first of all, we have to do is we need to hide some elements that we don't want to include them in my Revit, in my schedule, or in my set, or in my model. So the first step we need to do is we need to hide some elements that we don't want to include them in our schedule. Now let's do a quick selection. Alright, then click select and click in a different area. So for example, if we click certain elements, it will automatically bring us to that specific tree where the element is located. There are different ways that can help us to hide some of those elements. For example, if we click this element and we open up the properties palette, we can see this is the item name wall exterior, and we can find some of those elements that contains that type of keywords and try to hide them instead of clicking all the elements one by one. So now let's get started. Find items, click that, and let's open up the window a little bit more. So probably the first time when you click find items, the kind of like the window or the panel is floating around. You actually can dock the panel to the place you want. For example, we want to dock it right over here, right under the window. Item, name, condition I want this to contain is wall exterior. Wall exterior. And I don't want this match character widths. I just check those off, and only pretty much I check off all of them. And now let's find. So it looks like it highlights all the elements that I don't want. Then we can right click and just hide them. Looks like a lot of elements got hidden, and of course there are a lot of other elements I want to get them hidden as well. So we can use the same process as we did before. For example, click this item and look at the name. It looks like gypsum. That's the keyword. We can continue to use the find item. And here I'm gonna just change the search to gypsum and find all. Right click and hide. If there are not a lot of elements there, you can click one by one and get them hidden as well. I would just let you guys repeat the process. You can either select the elements individually or just use the find item, type in some keyword and find all. I'm just going to stop here